So many smart. Okay, it's recording. Okay, they'll miss the all the Upodgatam, which they would not have bothered anyway to watch, but their key is coming to the questions, right? Let's go to the questions. Um, and by the way, before I share the questions, most of you, if not already, should have. Did it kick me out? Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
and now we can see it.
Yeah, we can see.
This is what is happening. It's saying I'm clicking on go live, and it says it's preparing, and it
Um, Sairam, the YouTube says waiting for Sai Atirudram. Should somebody sign up and sign in or something? Or?
no, it's already automatically when you go into go onto Zoom here. So it automatically gives you that option, right here, more or somewhere. I don't know. It's okay. It's Bhagwan's will. I don't know. We'll keep trying, but let's see if this goes through one of. Yeah, it says preparing to live stream the meeting. So okay, so all of you know where to go for all the information. Charm 2022, or actually, if you type Charm itself, oh, that's not working. SaiSevaSadan.org. Okay, coffee is just kicking in. All right, so go to this Sai Center website, and then underneath that, Charm. If you haven't already done this, kindly go through this. If you click on each link, you should be able to open the program flyer with all the information, daily agenda, etc. And you should also be able to get health and wellness guidance. This is very, very important. Please go through this health and wellness guidance because it gives you the do's and the don'ts and all the information. I humbly request that you read this document. Very important things like bringing your enough of prescription medications, bringing your mask, bringing your self COVID test kits, etc. So absolutely required that everyone should go through this document, including consulting your physician if you need to, in the context of taking appropriate precautions for your own health and wellness. Okay, and then all the questions around Ritvik instructions. We will go through this again at Ritvik orientation, what you should be prepared. Most of this document was put together by Dikshit Mama with the guidance of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And, uh, and some of these we have added to be appropriate. For example, use of chewing material, including gum, is prohibited in the yajna areas. No chewing material. And some of this wording is exactly from Dikshit Mama. Maintain strict discipline, silence, cleanliness, and patience. Avoid unnecessary talk or gossip. Loud talking and shouting are prohibited. So kindly go through this. What you need to bring: electronic copy of your or a paper copy of your vaccination record. We have made it mandatory for people attending this yajna to be vaccinated, and boosting is recommended. Please and kindly go get a booster. I believe now they are also offering a second booster if you are inclined to, and bringing your own water bottle, bringing your own special comfort seating or backrest, and please kindly go through those two documents which are extremely essential: the health and wellness and Ritvik's do's and don'ts. And if you have any questions regarding any of these, you have the phone and the email of the people. I humbly request that you channel your questions or any requirements through your leads, and so that they are there to be helping you. Okay. Um, those are the documents that we have shared, and we also have asked you to put your question. So kindly, you can also post your questions now here, on the chat if you want. We don't want to deal with anonymous questions. So please, because anonymity is not required in a spiritual organization. We are brothers and sisters like a family, so no anonymity is required unless there is some kind of a HR issue, which I don't think will happen here. So please do that. And okay, let me see if the link has gone through for streaming. Somehow it is not going through, Sairama. It came up with some
Now in the
error.
Excel sheet, there are already a list of questions. Maybe we can start with that.
Yes, let's go through the Excel sheet. Let me stop. If anybody wants to, let's see, Pavan, do you want to say any more than what I have said, or Uma Srivatsa, if she's here, on the medical point of view? We are also requesting people to wear masks as much as possible, especially when you are traveling together in these minivans or doing a group transportation. You are in a closed space with close contact. Kindly wear masks. It's important that we take care of ourselves and others. Okay. Akshay, brother Akshay, looks like Uma is not on the call. Go ahead if you want to share anything from medical point of view, or Gautami.
Saidam, I'll let Gautami say anything regarding the camp itself, the pilgrimage itself. But even starting now, I think it's important for us when we're going shopping anywhere to be very careful, because we should be wearing masks even starting now. So because we're all going to be gathering, we want to protect each other. So that's the only thing to add.
Okay. Pawan,
Sairam,
you have,
yeah,
yes.
in the spreadsheet question, there are a few critical questions, and maybe we answered those before we go through the list of questions. One is,
Sairama, can you please share the screen so everybody can? I will let multiple users share. Yeah,
uh,
please share the screen with the questions if you have in front of you.
actually, I won't be able to do that. I have the
Okay.
questions. I won't be able to because I'm joined from other machine, and I cannot join from that because it's limiting to 100. Sorry. So, okay.
No, hold on 1 second.
Pavan, I think I just saw 101, so maybe it is yellowing now.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay, now it is zooming. It is zooming. I think it is trying.
Yeah, I just added the extra upgrade because uncle for the last 2 months for some reason it reset it to 100. So we changed it now. So now people should be able to join. Yeah, I see 103. So people should be able to join.
Jai Sairam. Thank you so much, Sairama.
Before I answer any questions, I want to send a note to everybody that Zoom issue is resolved and they can join. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Any questions before we open the spreadsheet? I'll open the spreadsheet in a second. Wow, I really feel great that with an yajna like this, so many people are already aligned. Amazing, isn't it? But I can't believe that
this is not new for us and for you. This is the 10th Atirudra Mahayagnam you are doing, right? So maybe first in US. Yeah.
No, for second in US, but still, people have a few questions. Some of them are pretty good questions. For example, some people have asked, what is the attire for the young Ritviks, about 12-year-old? What do they be wearing? So the answer to that is, if you have young Ritviks who are between say 12 to, or we have only allowed people, children above 12 to join for as Ritviks, because some of them are great chanters, and for them the boys can actually wear the angavastram like a veshti, right? The top one that they will get, they can wear that as a veshti, and and then they can maybe wear a shawl if it is too cold. By the way, it is going to be pretty cool in the morning in Orangevale area, and we are in a 25-acre open land, and Sacramento is prone to be a little windy. So I strongly recommend that if you need to get your ear protection, at least in the morning hours, because we'll be starting very early in the morning, kindly get some warm clothing, either a shawl or a jacket, and those things are absolutely allowed. And by early morning, or late morning, it will warm up to 60s and 70s. The weather forecast right now, although will change because Bhagavan can do anything, we, we are predicting some rain, and that invariably happens during any Atirudra Mahayajna. Not rain, but actually unbelievable rain can happen. So kindly bring umbrellas, bring warm clothing, and so that you are comfortable. So the boys can wear the angavastram as the veshti, and then the girls can wear pattu pavada, right? What the traditional Indian attire, preferably the same colors as the saris of their mothers, would look very nice coordinated if you have those. Otherwise, pattu pavada would be very nice for the girls. Okay, that's a good question that we noticed. The other question that was asked, this is very important. Some people are asking, well, my duty of chanting and doing homam is done in the morning, but I'm coming back in the afternoon. Do I still have to wear my Ritvik dress? Can I come in my own attire? Huh? This is the second question. Very important. It is very important that you wear your Ritvik attire both in the morning and in the afternoon, because the seating, there is special seating in the Homakunda area and in the chanting areas for those that are um, Ritviks only, so that we can distinguish Ritviks from general walk-ins or other devotees. Volunteers mostly will be wearing a t-shirt that would have that designate them as volunteers. So no, you cannot wear whatever you want in the afternoon. You still, as a Ritvik, you have to wear Ritvik attire. Okay, what about devotees? What is the attire that is recommended for the devotees? Modest Indian attire is highly recommended. But if you are not comfortable with that, ladies or gents, especially Western attire that is modest is fine. But one thing very critical, ladies have to wear a duppata, means something over their shoulders and the chest, 100% required. You can't just also just wear t-shirts or just shirts and walk into Yajnasala. No, that's not the recommended attire. This is not to impose upon people, but this is the decorum for coming to a yajna. Just like if you go into a board of directors meeting and you are presenting to a CEO, you don't wear, tank tops and t-shirts and shorts and walk into a board of directors CEO meeting. If you're going for a Western wedding and you are invited to join to do some kind of emceeing, you don't wear shorts and tank tops and stuff like that. You wear your suit, you wear your tuxedo, you want to look great in front of the people, etc. If you're doing that for a CEO of a company, you should be doing it for the CEO and the COO and the CDO of the entire universe. That is the decorum part. It's nothing to impose why I should wear vibhuti, why I should wear this. Don't ask that. Don't. There is no answer to why. It is because it's the decorum of the event. Ritvik should wear Ritvik attires. Volunteers should wear their T-shirts that are given, and the ladies should wear the duppata on the top, or what they call as overcloth or the shoulders, and some people are uncomfortable walking on ground. So if you are trying to use slippers but not no shoes are allowed, there is special area for the shoes. Okay, those are very important related questions to attire. Okay, And I don't want to really go through each and every one of the questions. I'm just going through the most important ones that I thought would be yeah, critical for all of you to know. Let's go through. Da, 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 da. Is there any question here that we haven't answered? Okay, there are a number of things about laundry, right? Um, there is a laundry opportunity for the Ritviks to provide their saris and dhotis, and we have arranged laundry service. The pickup will be in the morning at 8 o'clock on starting on Wednesday morning. And by the way, the other thing is Ritviks will be given a color, what color to wear. Obviously, the first color we will start off would be green, because this is the Mother Earth's Day. So we'll start with the green color first, and then we will have the alternate color like that. So there will be laundry service provided, and that is taken care. And punctuality to be to be present for chanting is very important. We have a very tight program. You just cannot come whenever you want, whenever you want to come, and whenever you want to go. We understand that there could be some reasons, sometimes medical or otherwise, or you are feeling extremely fatigued, you cannot come. Please inform your lead if that is the case. Very important to inform your lead. Why am I saying this? Because for Atirudra Mahayajnam, from Tuesday morning till Saturday morning, we have to complete chanting of the Sri Rudram for 14,641 times. With the number of Ritviks that we have, we should be able to accomplish that count. 1/10 of that, meaning 1,461 times, you have to do the offering into the Homakundas. And we have now assigned the Homakundam slots, and we will ensure that that many number of things are done. If you are not, and also 1,461 times 10, that much of japam of Om Namah Shivaya has to be done by the Ritviks. Huh? So, japa and parayana and homa. Japa means just Om Namah Shivaya. Parayana means Rudra Parayanam. Homam is 1/10 of the Parayana is offered as homam. 1/10 of the Japam is offered as actually in the Parayana. So this is the formula. Then only the Yajnam SOP is complete. Otherwise, it's not complete. So it's very critical that all of you, if you have already done your daily sadhana, my pranams to you. If you have not done your daily sadhana and you skipped a few days, perhaps you would have had an opportunity to make up for that with Ekadasi Rudra Parayanam. You are wondering why the Shekharji is killing us every weekend with this Ekadasi Rudra Parayanam. That's because if people have missed their daily japam, we would have covered that during the weekends with the 11 times Rudra Parayanam. So much goes into the planning of this. And none of this is imposition. It is by prescription. That's how yajna is done. And I will also tell you, for a traditional yajna, the Ritviks are not allowed to go out of the Yajnashala area. They have to stay in the Yajnashala area. But that is not practical under our current circumstances. Therefore, we have put most of you coming out of town in hotels. And local people are coming from their homes. But actually speaking, when we did the yajnam in Puttaparthi, Brindavan, Chennai, etc., all the 121 people were hosted on site, and they were not even allowed to go 1 kilometer premise away from the Yajnashala. So when you come here, please, your only two places where you will be going to: Yajnashala, your hotel. That's it. Those 5 days, You can't go to Sacramento Zoo and come back in the afternoon. Huh? You cannot do that. You can't go visit your friend's home. Oh, let me take today afternoon. Let me go visit my friend for lunch and come. You cannot do that. It is not, please. That discipline of punctuality, the discipline of eating at the Yajnashala, and also making sure that you are using your hotel just for a few hours to rest your back. That's what happens. Okay. Okay. Any you can is there anything here, Sairama, that we haven't covered?
Yes, sir. Just couple of clarifying points on the Diksha Vastras. There is a we are not going to do personal laundry, only Diksha Vastra laundry. So you're on your own for your personal laundry. Second thing is somebody asked about can we wear similar color vastras? No, only the Diksha Vastras which are given to you, you will be wearing. There'll be a pair given for one for each day. So you'll be alternating that. I just want to add that. Yeah.
Okay. Can you scroll down, Sairama 24? I'm done with most of the questions here. Um, mm, okay. Karthik Ram Gopal, could you please? Okay, what are the questions unanswered? Sorry for negative tone, but if I is unable to chant one of the days, yeah. What is the protocol? I already covered that. Okay, if you are unable to chant loud because you are gasping for breath or people are chanting too fast, etc., please have a book and chant silently within yourself. That is also fine. Parayana has to be done outside. Why Parayana is done outside? With every mantram that you are chanting, you are releasing, along with that mantram, the water vapor into the atmosphere. You will purify the whole atmosphere with that sound filling the space, with that water vapor filling that space, with that vibration filling that space. That's why you cannot do Nyuna or Atirikta. Nyuna meaning Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, Om Nam Namaste Rudramanyava, Uttavata Yeshava. Not lip movement cannot be done. At the same time, you don't have to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, not strain. There is a medium tone, chanting, medium pace. That is how Parayana has to be done. But if somebody is not able to do that, at the least following through the book and doing the japam along with the people is important. Besides water from streaming river, is there anything else like say ghee? No, all the can you maybe you can type right there itself, Sairama? So no material is required for you to bring. Absolutely, all the material Bhagavan has taken care. No other material.
Only river water, if you can.
Only river water. And if you wish to, okay, where is my brother Robert? And if you can bring some river water from Europe, that would be great. Okay, it has to be streaming river, not from a lake. Okay, or a pond. Could you please provide more details about the transportation from airport to head? Okay, Chandar, can you please take that question, Sairama? Transportation.
Please provide details about transportation from airport to hotel. Yeah, so I think the leads have been provided, the first cut of all the pickup plans. They should have shared it with you. There is some fine tuning needed because some of the flight have changed and people have other plans, but there is a spreadsheet that has all the details. Just check out with your lead. The leads have access to that.
Okay. Can non-Ritviks contribute towards the daily japam that need to be offered? Absolutely. Adhikasya adhikam balam. The more the number of times we chant, the more powerful it is. There is no, so meaning if formally there are not Ritviks, but devotees are coming and the devotees are chanting along with the Ritviks, absolutely. That also counts in. Hopefully that would cover for any fallouts that we have in the Ritviks that are not coming. So we'll try to figure that out. Okay. um, okay, that's yeah, when you're typing a question, also kindly put your name so we know if we need to contact your leads, follow up with you. That would be, oh, Kandula. Okay. Okay. Can you please inform me the time when okay, okay. So let me share with you the program information one more time and walk you through the daily schedule, how it looks like. Okay. So that's a very good 5 minutes. I'll just spend 5 minutes and then we'll look at the program sheet here. There it is. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So Monday, the April 10th, most of you are already arriving. Sorry, Sunday, the April 10th, and Monday morning, 11 o'clock. Sorry, Monday morning, the 11th, April 11th, 9 a.m. You have your breakfast at your hotels or wherever, and come to the Yajnashala at 9 a.m. And when you come in, there will be registration desk. And is Preeti on the call? Just to give an idea about registration.
Oh, she is not there.
Okay. Pawan, go ahead. See what happens at registration.
Yeah. So when you come in on Monday between 9 a.m. to 12, we will do. You will reach out to each of your lead. Each of your lead will register you in, and they'll give you your Ritvik badge. And once we do that, we'll have lunch and we'll have a Ritvik orientation meeting with all of you together. So in there, we'll be discussing. Some of you are asking what volunteer work can we do. So those kind of things we will discuss. What is the do's and don'ts, and what are the things we can do. We will cover it there. So key thing is by Monday morning, 9 a.m., you all need to arrive at the Yajnashala. Thank you.
Yes. So hopefully we'll complete registration of all the Ritviks by that time, and we'll have lunch. And before lunch, we'll have a quick orientation, and followed by lunch. And then you can go to your hotels, come back, and at 3 p.m. we will do entering formally into the Yajnashala. There is a protocol for doing that. After that, we'll have the lamp lighting, and then there will be the pujas that need to be done as preamble for the entire yajna, and including Ganapati puja, etc. All the Ritviks will get a tie on their right hand from the priest, and that is called Raksha Bandhana. This Raksha is actually very important. Once it is tied, please don't take it off for convenience, etc. It has to be there with you throughout the yajna. And the Raksha is the one that protects any of negativity touching the Ritviks. That's what it is about. So, no negativity, so much that if somebody from your family, lo and behold, God forbidden, passes away, even that will not be affecting, that Maila will not be affecting the person wearing the Raksha. This is the truth of it, okay? Because it is the protection from anything associated with negativity. And you will get then the Ritvik bags. The Ritvik bags will contain a printout of this program. We will give you the other material required for the yajna, etc. And then there will be for the entire rest of the evening before we have Arati and Prasad, the dinner that night. That is the program on the first day. First day program. Any questions?
Oh, no, just one clarification. I think on 11th morning, Mohan Garu also arranged for breakfast for people to come in, right? So,
Oh, yeah, okay, okay. Thank you. So 11th morning, thank you, Sairama. I'm not paying attention to food as much as I don't know if Mohan is on the call, but all the all the out of okay, sir. So thank you, Mohan Garu, for so all the out of town guests, etc., will get the breakfast at the Yajnashala itself, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay, fantastic. By the way, Mohan and Vasu are in charge of food. They're doing a phenomenal job in taking care of so many logistical aspects, and all so much so that they're also obliged for the Enviro team to use disposable plates and things like that. So we are really it's a green yajna because it's April is the Mother Earth's month, and so we are doing our best for Mother Earth, right? And the second piece is so Monday is done. The most commonly asked question is, what do I do with the tie after the yajna is over? Do I have to wear it the rest of my life? The answer is no. After the yajna is over, you can take it and put it in, preferably in a stream of water or something that is flowing is good. If that is not possible, make a tie of that and put it on a tree or on a plant in your own home. That is also allowed. Just like yagnopavitams, when we take out the yagnopavitams that are changed, you usually throw it into a streaming water or tie it around the tree in your own house. That's what you should do. Okay. Maybe that's a question you should put, Pawan, because that way we don't have to answer it again, saving the breath. Okay. Um, then the next question is April 12th, April 12th and 13th, standard program, pretty much the same program will happen. Every day morning when you come to the Yajnashala, there will be people that will be driving you to the Yajnashala if you are out of town guests. And they will, what will happen is we are requesting everybody to be present by 6:45, 6:50 to be seated. What happens then? In the morning, group of people will be doing Mahanyasa Parayanam and Aruna Parayanam. And again, for those of you who want to understand what is the meaning of all of this, Mahanyasam is about invoking the divine through your entire presence in the body and mind and intellect. And that Mahanyasam makes you yourself the Rudra, and therefore you are purified to be able to offering the chanting or the homam for the yajnam. And the Aruna Prashna is about invoking the presence of sun god. There are three that are worshipped as divine. One is the god of sun, the second is the Shiva, who is the spirit embedded in you. And then the three is the fire, which is the temperature and the heat of your own body. Without these three things, there is no existence. Think about it. Without sun god, without heat in your body, without the divine spirit within you, you are no longer Shiva, but you are a Shava, a corpse. So therefore, in a yajna like this, Atirudra Mahayajna, sun god, fire god, and Rudra, the indweller, all the three are equally worshipped. And that is Aruna Prashna, sun god, invoking the presence of the sun god. And after having the Parayana, what happens if I don't know how to do Aruna Prashna or Mahanyasa? All the people can, at that point of time in the early morning, will be doing your japa, at least 10 malas of Om Namah Shivaya and more if you can do. And those that are doing Devi Mahatya Parayanam, you can do your japa of Mahaganapati, japa of Chandi, Navarna Mantra, complete all the japa during that time. And once you have done with your japa, you're coming, you're doing japa. After the japa, the breakfast will be served, and you have the breakfast, and we'll come into the Yajnashala again, and then there will be Abhishekam with Panchamritam and the 11 times Rudrabhishekam. Every person that is present in the Yajnashala will get an opportunity to offer the Abhishekam themselves to Bhagavan. There won't be any exception. And this is very unique that we do in this yajna. Traditionally speaking, people are not even allowed to enter into the yajnashala area when a yajna is conducted. This is Bhagavan's yajna. Everybody, anybody will get the opportunity to love God and fear sin. Once that is done, we will have a short break after the Parayana, which will complete Rudra Parayanam. Generally should complete between 11:30, 11:45, and it's 11:30 or so. You will have a 10-minute break while we prepare for doing the homam, and you come back. Those that are offering, there are two um, uh, two two cycles of doing the homam, and on your badge it will be printed which Homakundam, which spot, and what time, either it's the morning or the afternoon that you will be participating, will be printed on your badge. And so you go sit in your allocated place, not wherever you want. Every spot is taken by somebody or the other. So please don't take somebody else's spot. Go to your assigned spot. You will sit there and you will offer the homam. And after the homam is done, we come back into the Yajnashala. We do the Mangalarti, the prayers to Bhagavan, and then we'll have the lunch. Lunch should be done by somewhere between 1 to 1:30. We will give preference for the Ritviks and the elders that cannot, if there are elderly people who cannot wait, we'll allow them and the children to eat first. General devotees will be second round of lunch, and then you can have your lunch. You can go to your hotel and rest there, or if you don't want to go back to your hotel, there are also rest areas where you can actually get your sleeping bag and lie down there if you wish. There is 25 acres of space, lot of trees, so you can also get your get your resting chair and rest there as well, not a problem. So that is the morning program on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, and also on Thursday. Any questions? So the afternoon program, people are asking, oh, I'm done with my chanting in the morning. Should I come back in the afternoon or not? Of course, you are coming back in the afternoon. Why? Because the afternoon Homa people will help with all the service in the Yajnasala area in the morning. The morning people will help in the afternoon. So morning you are doing homam. If you are doing the homam in the morning, afternoon you are doing service. If you're doing afternoon service, you're helping in the morning. So that's the way it is going to be organized. Each Homakundam will require supply of the havis, supply of the ghee, supply of the wood, and we will assign volunteers to each Homakundam, Ritvik volunteers, if you are able to, and you can help with that. And then also during the Homam time, the Ritviks, even if you're not offering in the homam, you should be chanting the Swaha mantras. Om Namo, okay. Namaste Rudramanya Bhavutota Ishave Namaha. Namaste Astu Dhanvane Bahubhya Mutate Nama Swaha. Those Swaha mantras, not everybody may be able to chant without using a book or etc. So if you already are a Ritvik in the morning, in the afternoon, you can chant the Swaha mantras using a book. You understand what I'm saying? Are you all following what I'm saying? That
Yes.
that in itself is service. So you can chant the Swaha mantras in the afternoon, because in the morning, most likely when you're doing the homam, because you don't know the flow of the mantras, etc., you may not be able to see the book and also offer at the same time, right? So this would help you chant the Swaha mantras also. And to chant the Swaha mantras, you can't wear a kurta pajama or something like that and come and chant. You have to chant. Everybody request, all the Ritviks, either they're doing service or they're chanting, both morning and afternoon. Clear? Are we clear? Any questions, Sairam? Ajay, entra intamandi silence. Everybody is completely silent.
Shairam Shekhar Garu, this is
Yes,
Sudhakar here.
yes, sir.
You said 2 rounds of homam. I assume the one batch does it in the morning, while a second batch does it in the afternoon.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. We require 267 people every day to do homam.
Thank you.
So roughly 140 plus will do homam in the morning. 140 plus will do homam in the afternoon. So the 140 plus that are doing homam in the morning, I would doubt how many of them can chant the Swaha mantras without using the book, right? So even if you're not chanting in the morning, the opportunity for you to chant will be in the afternoon as a Ritvik. So it helps. It's also service. Yes. Okay. Any other questions?
Saramanna, do we have Ekadash Rudrabhisheka Parayanam in the evening?
No, only in the morning. In the afternoon, it will be just Panchamrita Abhishekam, and there will be Archana, and there will be Nitya Homam that would be done only by the priests, and then followed by Rudra Homam. Okay. Yes. Any questions?
I think there is one question on chat, Uncle. On arrival on April 11th for registration, what attire is recommended to receive Ritvik Vastrams?
Okay. Your only opportunity to wear your regular dhoti and kurta will be that morning. As a Ritvik. Otherwise, you are wearing the same dress. It's like uniform. Hello. When we went to school in the convent, uniform. Why we were asked to wear a uniform that the Britishers introduced in India? That existed before also. This is uniform. You have to wear your uniform. No excuse. Yeah, on the 11th you are free. Chandrasekhar Ganeshan, you can bring multiple dhotis and kurtas and change. Yes. Any other
Vastram
questions?
would be given only in the evening, Adana.
Yes, on the 11th, you are not wearing any Diksha Vastrams. That's what I am trying to clarify. On the 11th, you can wear your modest like veshti or kurta pajama or salwar kameez, whatever, right? Or whatever. So don't, but except protocol, modest attire. But in starting from the 12th morning, you will be wearing the Diksha Vastrams. And yes, the same Diksha Vastram is worn in the morning and evening, and then this is the way it will work. And then when you come back in the next day morning, you will be wearing a new set of Diksha Vastram. The one that you wore the day before, you put in laundry bins, and the guy will pick up early in the morning at 8 o'clock and drop off in the evening at 6 o'clock. So we'll take care of that. So you're now wearing fresh clothes the next day. Yes. Any other questions?
Sir,
Some
Rudra Kramarchana will be done by only by the Purohits, or all of us have to do?
Rudra Kramarchana, if you can chant Rudra Kramarchana along with the priest, that would be great. But Kramarchana is not usually done fluently.
By
Now,
all,
you know
okay.
what is Kramarchana? No, Namaste Rudra, Rudra Manyava Uta, Utota Ishu, Ishave Namaha, like that. That is Kramarchana. So it is strung like a, the second padam is repeated. So if you
In
don't know how to
grams.
do it, yeah, don't worry about it. You can just
Okay.
listen, and it is just beautiful to listen krama and ghana. Ghana is 1 2 3, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 3 3 2 1, 1 2 3. Like okay, okay. How, for example, नमः शम्भवे शम्भवे नमो नमः शम्भवे च शम्भवे नमो नमः शम्भवे च शम्भवे च मयो भवे च शम्भवे मयो भवे गे. Like that. That is ghana. Krama is 1 2.
3.
No. 1 2 2 1. Like that it will go. 1 2 2 1. 1 2 2 1. Krama. Okay, but some flights don't allow whole time with mask on. What? Oh, sorry. Some flights don't allow liquid water on the plane. Yes, that is true. You have to check in. Don't you? They won't allow you to carry on water or liquids onto the flight, but you can put it in your check-in baggage. No problem. Okay.
Yeah, and only we need 200 ml, not lot of water, just 200 ml,
Yeah.
small
We don't
bottles.
want the whole river. There is no place. Okay. Are we chanting the whole time with mask on? Yeah, this is an important question. Are we chanting whole time with mask on? It's up to you. Okay. Because it's very uncomfortable to chant wearing an N95 mask. I personally won't be able to do it because there is a lot of humidity, moisture created. It's very uncomfortable, especially if you are chanting at a. But you can wear a surgical mask or a cloth mask if you are comfortable and do the chanting. Okay, we are recommending everybody to wear masks all the time. It is not mandatory because in California there is no mask mandate anywhere. Even now on the flights, they're going to take off the mask mandate, I believe. Okay. How can information regarding all the various components and their significance were either as a document. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, brother. You created. Uh, my son got married recently, and I had to write an entire document of what an Indian wedding is and significance of each mantra and everything. And so, at his request, now brother Akshay is asking me, he's putting a more significant task on my. Yes, we will try to do that. A very brief outline of what each component is. Uh, when we did it in Brindavan, for example, the students actually explained very briefly what was going to happen, the next item, etc. We thought about doing that here, but it would take a lot of time, and especially if I start talking, I can't stop. So, so, we will try to either record it and play it or do something like that so that it would be useful for people. Okay, that's a very good suggestion. Can you capture that, Pawan? Brother Akshay's
Yes,
question.
sir, I'm
Yes.
captured. Yeah.
Okay. How do Ritviks tag or mark their respective vastrams? Okay, don't worry about, sir. We will provide details. Your vastram will not be lost. Okay. We will take care of it. Yes. Except your jewelry, you are responsible. Your vastrams, we are responsible. Next, who is home COVID testing enough before the okay, ma, that's a very important question. Thank you. We are if you go to the health and wellness document, we are requesting all of you to order your own self tests. UPS is providing 4 for free to each individual. Kindly order those self tests and bring those self tests with you. We are requesting all the people, especially all of you who are attending all the 6 days, to do your self test every day in the morning. Okay, and if you are positive or if you don't feel well, etc., don't come. Just stay back at the hotel, right? And inform your lead. When you walk into the Yajnashala, there will be volunteers that would take your temperature and then make sure that that is good, and then you will enter into the not just the Ritviks, everybody that is coming into the Yajnashala, their temperature will be taken, their vaccination cards would be verified and there are dedicated volunteers to do that. As painful as it may sound, but this is something we have to go through the pain so that there is no effect on you and others, right? So that is what we're trying to do. If you have temperature or if you have fever, cough and cold, etc., you will be sent to the medical tent, and where the medical doctor will verify with the antigen test, etc., on the site. And if lo and behold, not that it would happen, if somebody turns positive, we will send them back to the hotel and ask them to quarantine in as needed. Okay, and then we will figure out the rest of the details with the medical team. There are dedicated medical doctors that are assigned schedules. We are not running a medical camp, huh? This is just a health and wellness safety. It is not a medical camp. You are responsible for your own medications, your health condition, etc. Talk to your physician, ensure you get all the advice required. Okay, this is only most likely to take care of any emergency situation. So we identified urgent care centers. We will make sure that if somebody needs to be taken there, we'll call 911, etc. The doctors will take care of that. Okay. um, Next, are there showers near the Yajnashala? Yes, sir. We will have a shower placed. Mohan Garu, how many, sir? 2, 3 showers? Mohan Kota? He dropped off. Okay, we are 8 minutes over the meeting, so maybe it's time for us to wrap up in next few minutes. Yes, there will be showers. Oh yeah, okay. Yes. Medical insurance. We have taken medical insurance for international travelers like the priests, etc. Kindly ensure that your medical insurance card is also with you, just in case of emergency. Okay, this is all like more like risk mitigation more than anything else. Yes. Mohan Kota, how many showers are there, sir? 2 or 3, right, Pavan? We have 2 or 3 showers on site, yes, if it is required. Okay. But anyway, you are going back to your hotel in the morning, sorry, after lunch. So you can come back around, the people are requested to come back by 3:45, 4 o'clock for the afternoon program. Any other questions?
I think there is a question on the usage of stools during Homo.
Yes, all the Ritviks will be the Homakundam itself is above ground like 2 feet. So you will all be sitting on a stool. And thanks to so many volunteers that have prepared more than 300 stools handmade and painted. And you can imagine how much of love has been poured into even making those stools. And one brother has made entire abhishekam table with himself for the yajna. So if I keep talk, my heart will melt just thinking about how much people have put their effort into this. Yes. Any smoke evacuation in the tents? Yes. Yes, there will be 2 exhaust fans that will clear the smoke after the yajna. So this time, actually, I would say thanks to the California Fire Department, they asked us to separate the Homakundam tent from the event tent. Usually, what we do is we have the Homakundams inside the event tent, and when the smoke accumulates, by second day, your voices will be gone because of the smoke. That's an important point. You please wear a mask during doing the homam, because if you don't want to breathe in the smoke yourself, not that it anything, in fact, honestly speaking, if you have respiratory trouble, etc., take care of that and be prepared with a mask and etc. For doing the homam. But there is no smoke in the chanting area. The chanting uh, tent is separate from the homam tent, so you would not be breathing like in Croatia. My God, they the same tent, and it went up and accumulated in the top. There were no exhaust fans, and it created a lot of trouble. So this time, thanks to California fire, we had to separate that, and you will not be breathing smoke while chanting. Okay, next, any other question?
Can you also briefly touch about parking? I think there was a question on parking earlier in the sheet. So,
Okay, parking. All the outside guests outside of California, you're all, obviously you won't have cars, and there is minivans that would drive you to and back from the hotels, right? So that's not an issue. But the people that are coming from California, we will give you vehicle tags, and the church across the street has been gracious to give their entire parking lot for parking. So that's an incredible thing that the church did, and 2 churches are providing parking lots. So, however, if there are people coming on their vehicles, and because we all the leads, thanks to the leads, they collected the vehicle tag information, we will be giving the tags to the vehicles, and the only tagged vehicles will be allowed to park in the parking space. Okay. Okay, one last most important piece, and I shared this in a different forum, but the question is, can women chant during that period time? Is the most common question, very sensitive question. The answer to that question is, the answer to any question in Sanatana Dharma is both yes and no, as confusing as it could be. For example, do I have to worship God in an idol? The answer is yes. The answer is no. Similarly, can women chant during the monthly time? The answer is yes. The answer is no. The answer is no, because if you and your family tradition, culture, etc., is so insistent that you need to follow certain protocol, and you are already following that protocol, just follow that. But the likelihood that 99% of the women are following that protocol, you know the protocol, right? During the 3 days or 4 days, women are not allowed to enter into the kitchen, cook, do all those things, etc. That is the tradition. And there is a reason for that, whatever it is. I'm not going to debate it here. If you are following the tradition, even here also, no, don't come to the Yajnashala, inform the lead. But if you are, and the answer is yes, you can come because this is more the spiritual reason. Rejuvenation of life in a woman is a celebratory event, is not a prohibitory event. The monthly time for a woman is the rejuvenation of life that's happening every time. Why do I need to prohibit that? Why do I taboo that? For example, rivers, holy rivers, according to scriptures, go through rejuvenation every 12 years and it is called Pushkara time. And if you go take a bath in that river during the 12 period rejuvenation time, it's very auspicious. So personally for this body, that is actually most precious time. But for that there is no life on earth. Don't taboo it, for heaven's sake. The answer is yes. The answer is no. If you feel you are impure at that time, don't come. Okay. If you feel yourself that I am impure because I am going through this cycle, don't come. If you feel, hey, this is actually life going through me, and we celebrate life of the earth at the yajna, where we sprinkle the grains in mud pots, and when they become small plants, that's called Ankura Ropanam. That is celebration of life. We are bringing river waters to the yajna. So we are celebrating fire, we are celebrating earth, we are celebrating water, we are celebrating space, we are celebrating air. Everything is celebrated. So if everything outside is celebrated, everything inside is celebrated, because your inside is outside, outside is inside. And that is the harmony of the universe. So let's celebrate life. Let's not taboo life. Sairam. Okay. Now, having said that, don't go tell this to your grandfather or grandmother or your mommies and parties and say that Shekhar uncle said this and there. They will know, I will be getting. You have no idea, brothers and sisters. When we put Jesus Christ picture in the altar in Croatia, you have no idea how many zillion messages I got saying that I am blasphemizing Hinduism by putting a picture of Jesus Christ in a Yajnashala. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Bhagwan is about every religion, every faith. Bhagwan is about humanity and life and love. So we will have a picture of Jesus Christ in the Yajnashala along with Bhagwan. To me, a Shiva is equal to Jesus, Jesus is equal to Shiva. No difference. One is Mrityunjaya and the other is Mrityunjaya. On the top of it, Good Friday happens during this yajna. The Friday on which we are doing the Chandi Homam is Good Friday. What more blessing you want? I mean, it is such an auspicious time. I can't find enough number of priests to come because they have better business outside. That is the truth. Many priests, the business is booming now. They're all back into business, thank God. And therefore, it's hard to find priests to come for yajna. So, and especially this muhurtam that Bhagavan has chosen, Chaitra Shuddha Paurnami, is a very, very auspicious celebration right after Good Friday. So Jesus Christ will be on the altar, and we are really blessed to be part of it. I think this is the final question, and we're almost 20 minutes over. We'll conclude with our gratitude to the Lord of the universe, the Shiva Shakti Swarupa, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. We thank Bhagavan for allowing us to know him. We thank Bhagavan for allowing us to be part of his sublime mission to love all and to serve all. We thank Bhagavan for allowing us to be in this incredible satsang. We thank him for the community he has given us. We are grateful for the beautiful families that we are blessed with. Most importantly, the Sai family, which is constantly engaged in service, adoration, and illumination to realize the inherent divinity that is present within and without all the time, always, and in all ways. At this moment, I also request you all to spend a few seconds of silence for one of my dearest brothers, Father Charles Ogada, who left his mortal coil this week, and a person with incredible love and service in Africa. What he has done is humongous. And to all those people that lost their dearest ones because of the pandemic. स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेण मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ पृथिवी शान्ता साग्निना शान्ता सामे शान्ता शुचगुं शमयतु अन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तं तद्वायुना शान्तं तन्मे शान्तगुं शुचगुं शमयतु द्यौः शान्ता सादित्येन शान्ता सामे शान्ता शुचगुं शमयतु पृथिवी शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिर्द्यौः शान्तिर्दिश शान्तिरवान्तरदिशा शान्तिरग्निः शान्तिर्वायुः शान्ति नक्षत्राणि शान्तिश्चन्द्रमा शान्ति नक्षत्राणि शान्तिर्गौः शान्तिरजाः शान्तिरश्वः शान्ति पुरुषः शान्ति ब्रह्मः शान्ति ब्राह्मणः शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति शान्तिर्मे अस्तु शान्तिः तयाहगुं शान्त्या सर्वशान्त्या मह्यं द्विपदे चतुष्पदे च शान्तिं करोमि शान्तिर्मे अस्तु शान्तिः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय हो।
जय राम।